Well, fall is here, and you know what that means. Football is back. And whether you're a college football or NFL fan, teams are back in action. And whether you're heading to a tailgate or watching from home, you always have to have that good game day food. Naturopathic doctor and certified nutritionist specialist Sherri is here with food to make a little bit healthier for those game days, because we always have to have those snacks. And you've got a fantastic spread here. But there's also some things that people should keep in mind to help from overeating on game days. Now, what should people be thinking about when getting in that game day mindset?
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is a really popular topic to talk about healthy food on game day, but I think there's some little tweaks that you can make. And one of those is just eat real food. So getting away from the processed food, getting away from counting calories, thinking about the quality of our foods, not the quantity of our foods.
And everyone loves, the chips, the salsa, the nuts. What are some healthy alternatives we have here if you do prefer the saltier?
Yeah. Well, I'll start with something that's a staple, but that we consider healthy, which is guacamole. And I think last time I was here, we were talking about fats and how good fats are for us. So I want to tell everybody that fat does not make you fat. And we've been thinking about that in our culture for a long time, and we've got to shift away from that mindset. So especially something like guacamole with the avocados, it's a really good healthy fat. Now, what might make you fat are all the processed chips that go that you dip with the guacamole. So in an ideal world, we'd have all these different vegetables that we would dip with, and we actually have these little peppers, these small peppers that you cut in half, and they're perfect for scooping up. Little boats. But I certainly understand that chips and guacamole, they're like a match made in heaven.
Right.
So if you're going to do the corn chips, read your ingredients, because corn chips really only need to have corn, salt, maybe some oil. And a lot of the processed corn chips will have extra gluten, preservatives, extra sugars, things you just don't need in a good corn chip.
Right. Now, we talked about these last time. These are carrots and then the different colored carrots. What are these white ones?
These are actually white carrots.
Oh, okay. Multiple colored carrots.
These have been out all season long, and they're so beautiful because you have white, you've got the orange, and then you've got those beautiful ones that we showed last time with the purple on the outside. So you're getting different antioxidants. Each time you have a different color in your vegetables. So think about how much variety you can get. Eat a rainbow is what we always say.
Absolutely. And these are cooked chickpeas. They're not raw. I know that much.
These are a great alternative to peanuts. And with peanuts, we just said fat's okay, healthy fats, and we consider that with peanuts as well. But peanuts grow a lot of mold, and people can react to the mold on peanuts. So we try to steer people away from peanuts. This is a great alternative. These are chickpeas, and you just can get really a can of chickpeas, rinse them, put them in a pan, salt, and olive oil, and bake them in the oven. They get really crispy, and they taste very similar to peanuts. My kids love them. They're great.
Very good. And these look like healthy versions of chips, let's be honest. Are these something that you can make at home?
You can make these at home. I cannot say that I made these at home this morning. but you can. These are dehydrated vegetables, so they're actually the real deal vegetable. You have the green beans and the squash and the carrots, and but they come out very crispy and very salty. So you get that satisfying crunch that you want with your chips, but you're actually getting vegetables in there.
Great. Now, we all know that usually at tailgates or watching games, there's some kind of adult beverage or any kind of soda. So we have some healthier alternatives here. What are we looking at?
Well, we can't tell people not to drink beer on game day.
Right.
That would be right.
In moderation.
In moderation. So here we have a local brewery. This is a Palmetto Brewery. So they're going to use locally sourced ingredients, really clean ingredients. And just like we talked about the corn chips, beer is another product that they can put a lot of fillers in, a lot of extra sugars, things that you don't need. So you can get satisfying beer that's locally made, got good ingredients.
Great. And what about over here?
Same thing with soda. We've got a local soda company, and they actually sweeten their soda with seasonal fruits.
Okay.
So it's a great alternative for soda.
Very neat. Now we have a couple other additional tips that we can show people to keep in mind for game days. We have a full screen graphic that you put together for us. Can you talk us through the ones we didn't already cover?
Yeah. Definitely want to stick to simple ingredients. That's first and foremost. You also want to choose organic whenever possible, and then local whenever possible. Those are important. And if you can make these foods at home, you have control over what's in the food, and that's going to be your best bet.
Yeah, and this might not be natural and quite as healthy, but I've talked about it on the show before. Buffalo chicken dip is my specialty, so I brought that as well in case you prefer that. So I'll post the recipe on my Facebook. You can go on there.
And you made that at home, right?
I did. It's not all natural. All right, stay tuned. We'll have one more look at your forecast coming up after the break.